Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Blading Culture Podcast. My name's Eric. Today I'm catching up with UK blader and Tru Apparel creator Tom Perrigo. Have I said that right?
Yeah.
Tom has been a part of the community for a few years. With the creation of Tru Apparel, he's built up a killer team, quite frankly in my opinion, and put out a team video. Today's come on to discuss, I guess, the formation of the brand, the team, and maybe the future of Tru Apparel and what you've got planned for this year. Tom, welcome.
Hey mate, how you doing?
I'm all right, yeah, a bit hot, just a little bit. Sat in front of a big glass window right now. It's beaming in on me. I want to say thanks for reaching out. I know that there's a few people that got in touch with me, and you were one of them, about coming on the show and just having a chat about the brand and stuff. Can I just ask, how did you find us? Was it UKBC by any chance?
Yeah. I just seen a post on there, and I think it's a good idea because I've listened to a couple, but there isn't any in the UK, so it was I think it's a good idea for someone like yourself to start this off, to be honest.
It's refreshing, isn't it? I listen to quite a few podcasts myself, and they all feel different, and they've all got a different vibe. Some are really like blader geeky in a sense, and I kind of get the feeling that this one's going to be a bit more casual and more about catching up and finding out a little bit about people. But I don't think we've ever like properly met. I think I've probably seen you in passing over the years. We've both been rollerblading for about the same amount of time. But you're obviously a Brummie lad, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, you're living there now, but you were in Southampton beforehand, weren't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But you were born. So what prompted the move to Southampton? Like, what was that about?
Well, I went to university in Southampton to study like video and stuff like that. But then, as soon as I finished, pretty much, I landed a job at like an action camera company, and
Okay.
So I was just filming and editing for them, and it was cool. I was like filming extreme sports, but I think I was there for 3 years, but it was hard because I wasn't getting paid very well, which prompted the move back to Birmingham, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it is more expensive down south, so that's it.
So how long have you been back in Birmingham?
3 years. I've been back in Birmingham.
Are you enjoying it again? Have you missed it?
Yeah, it's. I'm very happy to be back. I've got a lot of friends here. Obviously, you've got Mark Lee and Ben Sheldon and everyone that skates around here, which is good. I've got a lot of friends outside of skating here, more so than in Southampton as well. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. You can't beat the hometown.
Nope. Now I've moved quite a lot myself, and I know that from moving around, every town has a different kind of scene. Some good, some not so good. Here in Lee, we have like two bladers. You know Carl Ambler, don't you? So he lives over the road from me, essentially, and we have one other lad who kind of dips in and out. But in Derbyshire, I had like 15. But obviously in Birmingham, you've got quite a few rollerbladers, like Mark Lee for one. What's the scene like in Southampton? Because obviously, I mean, I don't know where most of Tru Apparel was filmed. I don't know. I was going to ask you about that in a bit, but like, do you think there's a difference between the two scenes? Is one busier than the other, or?
When I was living in Southampton, there was a lot of us that were skating like very regularly. I was probably skating like 3, 4, maybe even 5 times a week, street skating, just skating around town because I didn't have a car or anything, so I lived pretty central, and like there was a lot of guys, and we filmed a lot. Like a lot of the Tru Apparel video is actually like filmed in Southampton, but there was a lot of guys who got like Dave Curtis was around. He helped out with Tru Apparel. Like yeah, it's good. I skated a lot of street down there, probably more so than I skate up here. But that I don't know whether that's to do with me getting old or I don't know. But yeah, it's good. I enjoyed skating down there, but like I say, I enjoy skating around here. Like I grew up skating with Mark and Ben Sheldon, and like there's people that have come and gone, but yeah, them two of them always sort of been there basically.
I used to skate with Mark at Bones a lot, and Mark's, I don't know, there's just something about his style that he just goes for it, doesn't he, in my opinion? Whenever I've skated with him, he's always kind of blown my head off. Like,
very tech skater, yeah.
Very much so. And the same for Johnny Quayle. And obviously I've watched the Tru Apparel video yesterday, and then I watched it again today to kind of catch up. But there's some good rollerblading in that video, man. Some really good rollerblading in that video.
Yeah, it took a long time to film it, to be honest. But I'm glad I took time, like, rather than rushing it out, because obviously you can. It's just you sort of like make sure you're getting the top quality clips and like wean out the not so good clips, because I was just filming all the time. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I was happy with how it turned out. But I think next time I'll probably try and get it out a bit quicker. I think there was a lot of stuff I was like a bit panicky about the color of clips and stuff like that, and I probably stuff that no one else would notice, and I was spending like hours and hours and hours trying to fix things that probably didn't need fixing. But I could probably got it out quicker. But in the end, I'm happy how it turned out.
Yeah, it's really good. It's got a good vibe to it. How long did it take? Like, obviously from start to finish, you can never, I guess, plan to make a DVD and plan to make an online video and fit it into a certain time scale, because I'm guessing you traveled a lot and there was a lot of meeting rollerbladers in their towns and not necessarily getting everyone to come to you and film.
It was a bit of both, though, to be honest. Like Quail come down to Southampton all the time. Aaron did. Yeah, loads of people come to visit, but at the time, I was my missus wasn't around. She was living in Brazil, so I had a lot of time on my hands, basically. So I was traveling around a lot and spending weekends on like people's floors, like staying and filming, and yeah, it was good. It was a good process. But like I say,
Yeah.
I think I could probably have done it quicker.
It's not something I've ever actually, taken part in terms of making a full length DVD of any kind. But I've been filming for a long time, and I've always noticed that with bladers over here, especially up northwest, because that's where I started, and then where my rollerblading is kind of centralized now. It's kind of always been here and stayed here. So the people that come and go, like when I'm filming, everyone just if you get a camera out, people just go ham, don't they?
It's definitely a motivator. Like sometimes I find it hard to get motivated, and if the camera's out, then you're like, actually, I need to try it now because the camera's out and someone's pointing the camera at me. But like I say, I'm usually behind the camera, to be honest, more so of late. But I was happy with the clips I got in the team video.
Yeah. I did notice the Jados. I noticed on the bio and on your bio on your website that you try and solely skate Jados. Are you still skating Jados right now?
No, I haven't skated them for a little while. I had them for a long time because I don't know if you know a guy, like an old rollerblader from Birmingham, a guy called Cy Cox.
Yep, know of, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, he was sort of linked with I think it was Power Slide or whatever at the time, and basically he just sorted me out with skates. We probably shouldn't be saying that, but he just like sorted me out with skates. And that's what he was getting, so that's what he gave me basically. So, yeah. But then I moved on to Sheena's for a little while.
I saw, yeah. You had a couple of clips in the video in some Shivas, didn't you?
Yeah, you can tell them more recent ones. They've got the beer belly in as well.
Yeah.
but now I'm skating Salomon's STI teams.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Some industry killers there.
It's nostalgia, isn't it? Them are the skates I had when I was 13. So I seen them on eBay for like 30 quid, and I thought,
have them. I do think there's a bit of a nostalgia trip going on right now. I don't know if I feel like I'm definitely not the only person that sees it, but people are really like pining for some of the older brands, and we've got 50/50. They've come back, and I think that nostalgia and that positive vibe has kind of given some rollerbladers something to kind of do.
Well, the Salomons are brilliant though. Like they were like ergonomically tested, and like more so than I think a lot of the brands still aren't like today.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What about all like the ski boots and whatever else they do? But they were just great skates. And
I had several pairs myself. I was just never a fan of the wide body kit that they used to be able to attach. Like the Minton 2 came out with them, didn't they? But I've always been a fan of taking that off and just skating them standard as they were.
I've actually put an adapt sole plate on the bottom.
So did you have to shave the boot for that to fit on?
I didn't actually do it. A guy called Andy Meakin did it all
Yep.
for me. Do you know Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He actually I got the skates. I told him what I wanted, and he said, "Oh, I've got a set of them sole plates. Don't worry." And he just sorted me out.
Are they got sole plates?
Like what I because I don't like the wide bodies. It felt like I was like falling over while I was skating.
Yeah.
And then, but then I like to have like the backside plate was too shallow. I think the Salomon. So when I was doing a Royale or something, it felt like I was almost falling over. So
kind of wobbling about in it, don't you?
that's it. Yeah. So basically I put them on for the backside plate more than anything. There's obviously like Salomon sole plates are good. It's just I just needed like a backside plate really.
A real one.
Yeah, that's why I put them on.
I'm on the Velos right now, the V13s, but I was saying in the podcast before, I've got some pain down the side of my foot. I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do about that now, in terms of what skate I want next. I'm really on the fence about it.
I've never really had much problems with like pains or anything like that. So, but with any skate I've skated really,
yeah.
Except one things I have had with the Shimas because they didn't have like massive shock absorbers.
Okay, yeah. Do you remember the Solomon ones? Those Solomon shock absorbers, probably some of the thickest absorbers I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're great, they are. But that's what I'm saying with the Shimas. I did a gap, I think it was last year or so, and just bruised all my heel. It wasn't even that big, really, to be honest. But well.
You don't appreciate it till you really need one, do you?
That's it, yeah.
Now, obviously, I've started this podcast. I'm having a great time with it. It's quite scary. It's quite daunting to sort of take something on in rollerblading these days. And I know from experience that it can be a big task. But Tru Apparel, has been around for 5 years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to bring it back a bit now. Like when I first started, it was just like close knit. Like I'll tell you how I started it. I started it because I was at university. I met a guy called Dan Murphy, and he was like the only other rollerblader I knew in Southampton at the time.
Okay.
And he was dead into his like illustration and stuff like that, and he wanted something to do with that. And obviously, I was into my filming and everything, so I wanted like an umbrella to put on all my skating films under. Yep. And he come up with the idea. He come up with the idea of doing the designs and stuff. So we just decided to start it out that way. But it was to start off with. It was just like a friendship thing. Like it kept me in touch with Ben and Mark up here, and like, yep. And so like we'd all like gone to uni in different places then. So like I was in Southampton, Mark was in Manchester with you guys, and Ben was in Nottingham. So when we started this, like, because I'm a bit old, I'm a year older than them two. Like I was sort of finishing uni, they were still there, and I was still living in Southampton. But it kept us like
connected.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And so we'd go and visit each other and film and skate. So it started off with me and Dan and a couple of guys in Southampton. But then because I know those two, it grew to that, and then obviously I met like Johnny and Quayle through Mark, and
yep.
Ross through Ben.
Yep.
So, but that's how it all started basically, and then we did a couple of things with Dan doing designs and everything. Like, to be honest, I think like the stuff we were doing before now was a little less professional than what we're doing now. Like, okay. I'm talking like clothes-wise and that, but that's just I think because like we were just starting out. I didn't really know what was going on with everything, but now I think we've stepped up the game like in terms of quality. Like I've just linked up with Greg from Blade Life.
Yep, Greg Towell.
Yeah, he's actually doing all our printing now, which I'm really happy with. And
he runs a business, doesn't he? He runs a print business.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so he's from now on he's going to be doing all our clothes now from now on.
That's the print club, isn't it? That's the one.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He's got like he's got all the equipment you're gonna need, technically speaking. So I'm excited to see the new line. That'll be cool, man. Like he's got some good kit.
Yeah, but that's that. Not only is it like it's good, it's better quality, but it's nice to be supporting a rollerblader in his business. Do you know what I mean?
Most definitely.
And I met him through Matty Vella basically because he's just joined Blade Life now.
Yep. Yeah.
Matty got a little bit worried, like thought that I was going to get a bit pissed off that he was joining Blade Life, but I'm not like that. I'm not worried. Like we can rep for both people.
Yeah, definitely.
It's for both of us. So
plus, it's another connection for everyone else, isn't it? Like,
but without that, then I've met Greg, and then we wouldn't be getting better quality clothes. Basically, like it's definitely because I was using a guy in Southampton. He was local. He was okay, and like, but it just seemed like he was skimping out on like the t-shirts and the ink that he was using. It didn't just never seemed to last as long as I've liked it to, or it didn't. When you got the t-shirt, it didn't feel as professional as it could be. But the new one, I'm much happier with. But over the last 2 years, I haven't really done so much except for the video because well, that's because Dan, like he was the guy that does the designs. He was actually traveling, like I think he was in like Australia or somewhere, so he couldn't really get in contact with him. And I had a lot of stuff going on, to be honest. Like we had to fight to get my missus a visa into the country. It's like cost like $5,000. We've got another one coming up. So yeah, so over the last 2 years we haven't done much like apparel basically, but I'm trying to turn that round this year, and I'm doing more clothes. We've got more people. Dan's back living in the country, helping us out with designs and stuff. So I think it was good to have that break, to like find better not find better printers and stuff like that. And I've got like more a clearer idea of where I want to go with it and stuff now. I want to take things more professional, like put it onto the next
just take it up a notch, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. And because it was going okay. Like we got like a good set of guys, to be fair, and they're all skating. They're all like doing really well with that. But it's just the first few t-shirts and stuff. It just wasn't as quality as I'd liked it to be, and that was down to the guy in Southampton, really. I think.
Yeah.
I think he because I didn't know. I still don't know much about printing and stuff now, but luckily Dan knows. He knows what he's doing because he's worked for Animal, the surf brand.
Yeah.
He worked for them for like a year or 2 years, and he did like a whole summer line for them, and now he's come back and he's working for Salt Rock, doing this year's summer line. Well, he has done over the winter and done this year's summer. So he knows what he's doing, like clothes-wise. That's another reason why I didn't want to jump in and print a load of stuff, because I don't really know much about it. That's all like Dan's side. I do the videos and the promo and the Facebook and
the management side of things.
Basically, yeah, that's it. But yeah, Dan's running with it now, which is great. So hopefully we'll have a load more designs coming very soon.
So obviously you've had a bit of time out. Have you found time to skate still? Has that been okay? Like
I'm skating about once a week at the moment. But like I say, a lot of the time I do end up behind the camera because no fault of the other guys or anything, but because filming and editing is my job, generally I'm going to get
you're going to get what you need from it, I suppose, aren't you? There's been a few occasions where, no fault of any of the bladers, but I've had to put clips to one side and go, I wish I could have got that.
Yeah, or like getting a second angle, or like a little bit of like someone looking at the spot, or just those bits that you wouldn't like, things that like make an edit a bit more engaging. The guys probably won't necessarily get because they won't think about it because they they're not. Well, that's my job to think about that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
that's it. But yeah, I'm skating. Like I went out yesterday to try and get a clip, but unfortunately didn't go particularly well. But it's all right because well, I'm releasing a new edit Friday.
Okay.
So I don't know when this is going to be out. I don't know whether.
Well, we spoke briefly about this announcement, or at least the video dropping on Friday. So I think I'd quite like to get it up for Friday. It doesn't. I'm not restricted in terms of my upload date. It's not an issue for me. So if you're going to release some new content Friday, I can put it up, and it can go alongside it if needs be.
Yeah, well, whenever really. It's just I didn't want to say, oh, it's Friday, and then.
Well, I know it. Well, I said to Emily, I says I've got to get this done today and then get it up for Friday. Like it has to happen. Because you mentioned a new shirt, didn't you?
Yeah, that's I'm released. Well, the guys have had it for a month now.
Yep.
Because like this is another thing I'm trying to do. Because before, when I got a t-shirt, I'd get it, look at it, and go, oh, sound. I'll take a picture of it on like, I don't know, just in around the house, and then put it online. But I'm trying to do that a bit, like the promo side a bit better. So I got the t-shirt, sent it all to the guys, and said, look, deadline of the end of the month, I want 5 clicks from all of you. Yep. Or otherwise you're paying for the t-shirt. Which I thought was fair enough. But everyone came back and
bit of incentive.
Yeah, that's it. They all come back with real good clips. I felt sorry for Jim. He didn't manage to get it because he nearly broke his ankle or something. But I was like, I'm going to let him off on that one. But yeah, but everyone's come back with like real good clips and really happy with it. So it's all good.
I'm not surprised though. In all fairness, you've got a pretty killer team. You've got Aaron Turner. I saw him skating at British Inline Championships on the down rails and the down boxes. I couldn't believe it. Like,
you don't stop. He's like Duracell.
Yeah, you got Ross Jones. Ross Jones got in touch with me yesterday or the day before, I think, to say that he was super keen and he really enjoyed the podcast and he was down to come on the show and talk about, Sheffield and Neuer and that kind of stuff. So Ross is back, like out of everything on. I mean, the whole video was amazing, man. Dead good, but Ross Jones, I think, stood out in terms of his performance. Ross Jones has got some ace rail game.
Yeah, he's just smooth. He just it just looks effortless in skating. Yeah. That's the thing.
You've got quite a good team. Do you think having such a killer team has helped to kind of keep things going whilst you've maybe taken some time out to get on with some important things?
Yeah, definitely. Because like I'd never really stopped the content wise going out. Like I was always posting stuff on Instagram. The guys are always posting. I have loads of like. I'll call them throwaway clips, but a lot of them aren't. They're like good clips, but that I didn't use for the video.
Yeah.
So I've been firing them out on Instagram because basically it's better for you guys to see them
than sit and rot.
Sit on my hard drive. Do you know what I mean? And so I never stopped the content. It's just the videos. But yeah, but I think with that, I think it's built the brander and like everyone's seeing like the skating and stuff. And then I'm hoping with the new t-shirt, because there's a lot more people seeing our stuff now because I've kept the video content going.
Yep.
Therefore is more customers for us. And then the more customers, the more t-shirts we can make and the more competitions we can sponsor and do everything, because I originally started it, Tru Apparel, as like a non-profit thing, but it's like I just spent so much money, put so much money into it. Like I think we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to like. I've got to think about it a bit more professionally, a bit more business minded to keep it running, basically, because otherwise it's just gonna die a death like so many other brands. But what we've got now, we've got like. There's 5 of us, that are all involved, and we all put money in when needs be, and so it's not a big expense for one person. It's like a smaller expense across like 5 people, and and it's also good because no one's spending loads of money, and no one's going to lose that money. So it's sort of set up now that we can keep it going, hopefully, regardless of sales. Hopefully,
Yeah.
obviously, the more t-shirts is out, the better it's going to be for us. Obviously,
I do think it helps having more than one person on board. I used to ride for. Do you know Luke Johnson from Nottingham, who passed away last year? He was running Relegate Skate. I don't know if you remember Relegate Skate. They cropped up for a little while. They were like a Nottingham/Leicester crew, and he was also in the same sort of position. It was not for profit. He wasn't making any money, but he was pouring money into the project, and although it was going somewhere and everyone was getting something from it, it got to the point where I used to go down to Nottingham and we both used to chip in for all the product, and even between two of us, it was still a big expense.
Well, that's it. You've got to put money in as well, because otherwise you won't get the printing, you won't get the amount of t-shirts you need, and all this. It's quite a big expense straight away with having quite a big team, like, because, well, I say a big team, like bigger than other companies, I guess, some of them, but like that straight away you've lost, I don't know, 10 t-shirts or whatever, and that can be the difference between making a profit and not.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have it any other way, because, like I say, I think it's all about the content. The content's keeping us going, and all the guys have really chipped in, and they've been chipping in for years. So I'm happy with how it's all going at the moment.
So you're sort of still working on the same business model that you initially started on, which is it's more about giving back to the community than it is to...
I'd like to do that more, if possible, but obviously we need to make the money for the next t-shirt or whatever. Because like when I first started, like the first t-shirt I made, like I can't remember how much I paid, but I think we had like, I made back 40 quid or 50 quid, and then so I was buzzing, like, oh brilliant, like, I've made some money back here. But this was mostly like because the t-shirt was really cheap, like low quality, and all the guys in Southampton, there was loads of us, all put money in and bought one, which is great. So I got my money back and had like 40 or 50 quid. But because it was all about trying to help the community now, I got that 50 quid and went to a competition. It was one in Devizes, I think, at like that little indoor skate park. That do you remember that We Are Rollers brand?
No, I don't think so.
They were down like southwest sort of way, Devizes, okay. Sort of not too far from like Rush Skate Park.
Okay, yeah.
So it was all based around there, and it was like a little tiny indoor skate park. So I got all the profit we had, like all the money we had, and just went, here you go, put it into the prize money, which was like, it's a great thing to do, and like I wish we could do it more, but that put us back money wise. So then I was to put more money in, and I was just like, oh, so I ended up spending a lot of money, like at a time where I didn't have much to spare, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's much better set up now that won't happen, which is great, because obviously you do have to put a bit in and everything, and like do make the effort and that, but like you don't want to be putting yourself financially in a bad position.
No, far from it. You've got to enjoy it. You've got to know that as much as it is giving back, like you want to get something from it yourself, and the recognition goes a long way. But
I don't want to be like out of pocket. I don't want any of us that are putting money in to be out of pocket. Basically, I want it to be at a place where it runs itself, so it doesn't. So then none of us have to put any money in. We're getting money back. We're able to support all the competitions. Like like in the last month or so, I've had like 2 or 3 people get in contact that are holding competitions or whatever. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to support these competitions, which obviously I would like to.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how the sales are going to go with this new T-shirt. We don't know. Like we've obviously got spending money on this competition that we're setting up in August. But so that means I don't have the money to give stuff away, even though I'd like to. So I feel bad for saying no to these guys, like, but there's unfortunately to keep it running properly as a business, I think we're going to have to steer that way until it starts picking up again.
Until essentially the brand can support itself in that sense. Like, has having a brand / team always been a goal? I know that Tru Apparel essentially, on the outskirts is a clothing brand. It's Tru Apparel, but has it always been a goal to have, to do something in rollerblading in one sense, or
to be honest,
was it something that you just thought, well, again, like you say, like, it was a way initially to stay in touch and to stay connected with people, or was it a case of, right, well, I do need a little bit of that, but I also want to do something, rollerblading related? I mean, everyone always wants to be a part of the community. That's, why I set up this podcast, not because it's going to give anything to me, but just so that I can say that, I'm doing something. And, I've spent like 17 years rollerblading now. It seems a waste to not, use some of that experience and give something back. And I guess the same applies for you with your video, and with your your skills in video, right? and running a brand. It's always hard work, but has it always been a goal for you to do that?
It's, to be honest, when I was growing up skating, I never ever thought about doing anything like this. But like when I was growing up, I was making videos. Like I think the first video I ever made was called Resistance, and it was filmed in a little town, Shirley, just outside of Birmingham, with a load of my mates. And it was like,
is that your hometown? Is that
Shirley, like just on the outskirts of Birmingham? That's where it went through. But like we had a little skate park there, but basically I just had a little camera, a little photo camera with video mode, and I filmed I think it's like 30 minute long video. I think I was 13, and that was the first film I made. I absolutely fell in love with it. I made another one again when I was about 15, 16. That was called Boom Headshot. These are both online.
I'll hunt them down. We'll get the links and we'll post them below.
I can send you the links. But but I just fell in love with I was loving skating, obviously, but I just fell in love with the whole process of the filming and everything and the editing. It was great.
That's what it is for me. That process of capturing it, editing it, exporting it, uploading it, seeing what people think of it. It's a good process. I like it.
Yeah, it's great, and that's, to be honest, I think that's what's kept me in and that's what sparked the interest. Well, with Dan Murphy. Without Dan Murphy, I wouldn't be doing Tru Apparel, basically. I'd probably still be making videos, but that's what probably sparked the interest of doing this, really.
Yeah.
So just making skate videos, and that's it.
Well, now I did mention earlier that the Tru Apparel team video was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Are you gonna make another?
I don't know. I'm not thinking about that at the moment. What I'm thinking about is I'm going to try and get some edits out, to promote the t-shirts and the new stuff. To be honest, I'm focusing on like the get some more products out there. Basically, that's what I'm focusing on now. I'm always filming. I always film. It's just whether that'll go to a film or not, I don't know as of yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what I'm gonna try and do, and for every product that we make, I'm gonna try and do a launch edit.
Yep.
So there's going to be regular content, put it that way. But I don't know, because a whole film, it's such a long process, and and it's such a big effort, and a lot of the guys, you film something like 2 years down the line, you don't see it for 2 years. It's just like, I think for me at the moment, the fast turnaround stuff's working well. Like I gave the guys a month to get 5 clips, and everyone's done it. It's been great. So, and the deadline was Monday. I've given myself a week to do the edit, and it's being released Friday. So it's quick turnaround, but it's still the same process, just quicker, and also it's good because you guys get to see it quicker.
It's more updated as well, isn't it? Like you say, like you can film a video and then 2 years later see the clips, and you know those individual rollerbladers are, Jamaicans, you progresses every day. So you know, to watch footage that's 2 years old, although it's great to see it, it's not relevant anymore. I mean, and it is, but like I find that sometimes the quick turnaround stuff, like the Instagram clips, and you know, getting them to come in with 5 clips for, you know, a t-shirt release makes more sense and is a little bit more relevant these days with social media.
But that's the thing. Like when I was making the skate videos, when I was younger, there wasn't like YouTube or anything.
No.
How I got the guys to see the film is I burnt it onto a DVD and gave them a copy.
Yeah.
So that's the difference from like then. It's only like, I don't know, when was I doing that? 13. I'm 27 now, so like, you know, like
9 years, 10 years.
I'm 13. I'm 27 now, so yeah, something like that. It's over 10 years.
Yeah.
So like that time is just it's just a completely different ball game now. Like that's how you saw things then. You buy a DVD or you skated down to the news agents to get Unity magazine or whatever. But that's how you saw. Like now we've got such like look on Instagram any time of day. Look on Instagram. There's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Of clips. It's like it's great. The accessibility is great.
Yeah. Do you ever worry that maybe it's, I don't really know how to put this, like oversaturated in a sense? Because I know that there's the old term, isn't there? Like, you know, more content isn't always necessarily better content. But everything I see at the moment is really positive and everyone's progressing so fast. I'm sort of watching people post clips every day and you get to watch them progress. I can't travel around the country willy-nilly whenever I want. So to have like, you know, the UKBC Facebook group where you can see people posting their clips, and I know it's only like the small guys and stuff, but it makes a big deal. It's cool. I like watching people progress. I really like the UK scene, and I don't know. There's a cool vibe down here right now. I like it.
Yeah, I'm a part of that group obviously, and I've watched guys like it's good to see people come back into it, and there's like kids like learning new stuff, which is all great. And but like you said about the oversaturation, you can look. I think you can look at that 2 ways. Like you don't get like the high end professional stuff all the time.
Nope.
But as someone from the outside looking in, it's easier to find. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like if say you're a rollerblader that's never, or no, say you're just thinking about going rollerblading, you can go on Instagram hashtag rollerblading, and then you can just see like
everything.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then you can see that. I guess you can see like the top end stuff, but you also see like there's people that aren't so good, and everyone starts. So I think you can look at it 2 ways. Obviously, the videos, like I miss like videos and buying a DVD. It's great. I haven't bought that many VODs recently just because of money and stuff. But I still watch Roller News and that. But I think there's something special of having a DVD. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
I'm into my music. I collect vinyl, and there's something great about having
it to hold.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, having it in your hands and having like you got like a big artwork and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got like a big pile of Unity mags. I've got all my DVDs that I've collected over the years. I was talking to Matty the other week about, you know, the process that I used to go through in terms of getting my Unity mag. Like, it was such a big deal. You just jump on bus, travel a town over and collect it. But there's no print media now, is there? We don't see any print media. Not really. So everything's I'm kind of reliant on social media. Now I use Instagram for many, many things, but I do really value it, you know, with the brands that I'm running. And even though all of them are not for profit, I actually find that using Instagram, like you say, you search Instagram for rollerblading, you're going to find so much content. It's a cool little system. I really like it. And do you think having that has helped Tru Apparel kind of keep going, having that social media channel to kind of...
Yeah, definitely. Like when Instagram like introduced video, 15-second videos, like I was like, sick. I can show like a couple of clips here now and then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then when the 1 minute thing came, it was just like, oh, this is brilliant. And it became more of a tool than Facebook, really, and in some senses. But I think more people see what we do with True Apparel worldwide on Instagram.
Yep, agreed.
Facebook, I think, like, because we're obviously a UK thing, and we share a lot into the UK BC, and a lot of people that like our Facebook, a lot of them are from the UK, just because I guess the people that are sharing it are from the UK. So
That's kind of your audience, isn't it?
So I think with Facebook, it's really than the UK, but with Instagram, I think because like it's such a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
That all the videos that we're putting out all the time, like it's getting seen everywhere. Like as I said before, my missus from Brazil. We get this like such good. I've been over there. There's such good scene over there.
Oh really?
And all the guys, because I went skating there a couple times, and all the guys over there, they all following True Apparel on Instagram. They all see what we're up to, and apologies, I do the same, and watching them, like that's what I mean. Like you're so connected in like through Instagram, like worldwide. It's great. I think.
In the True Apparel, I saw. Did I see some Barca clips? Have you been to Barca to skate?
I have, yeah. I went a good few years ago now. I went with a guy called Dave Curtis and a guy called Steve Stride.
They both had sections in the DVD, didn't they? Well, they both definitely had clips, so I remember the names popping up. But
they were two Southampton like local guys. Dave's like he got nicknamed Dirty Dave from some Barcelona escapades, but I don't know if I could like that wasn't when I was there, but that's another time. Like and he but he was great with Tru Apparel. He helped us out financially. He helped out filming. He filmed quite a lot of the
the video.
Film. Yeah. He's done his own film as well, which was pretty good as well. But that's called Northie Corner. That was like another Southampton film that came out. But that was long before. But he's a bit older than me. I think he's kind of hung the skates up now, to be honest.
Yeah.
But but he helped out when I was living down there with Tru Apparel and everything. It was great. And but we went out over there. We spent a week. We stayed in like a little hostel. Hostel was great actually. Like we had like a big balcony with like where you could like drink and sit out there at a bar, but you didn't have to buy the drinks from the bar. You could go down the offie and take your drinks in and put them in the fridge.
I've heard it's quite relaxed over there.
Yeah, it's great. And then we skated like non-stop. Like a lot of guys, when you go, you relax a bit as well. We did not do any of that really. We like the plan was we go out. We got up in the morning. We went into the jacuzzi because we were fucked from the skating the day before. Sat in the jacuzzi for half an hour. Oh, my leg's feeling better now. Let's go skate now. But that's when I was skating like all the time. Like when I was living in Southampton, I was skating more than I wasn't, to be honest. Like
yeah,
I'd skate like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe go out for a drink on Friday. Skating Saturday. Maybe go out for a drink on Saturday night. Hungover Sunday. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was skating almost every day with like different guys and that. And that's probably that was probably when I was skating my best, to be honest. When I was in Southampton.
I saw something on the website today, and I wanted to ask you about it. And I think what are these death spots that you mentioned?
When's this?
Well, on your profile, you talk about skating back in the day and trying to get people to come out and skate these death spots.
Oh yeah, I had a list of spots that I wanted to do in Southampton. A lot of them were like dangerous and like dodgy spots. But I went out the one day to go and skate one of those spots and like almost broke my ankle, and I was in like on crutches for like 3 weeks. So after that, I decided let's leave the death spots alone. But then after that, I just like I sort of I didn't get round to hitting them, and then I ended up moving back up here.
Yeah.
But that was just a process I used to do. Like, so if I wanted to film a section of myself, I'd because I've always lived like relatively central in towns, and I'm walking around a lot. I'd see a lot of spots, so I'd like write a note and like a trick I want to do on it, and then I'll have a list of tricks that I want to do, and
Yeah.
that's how I used to do it. I know some people just like see how it goes and that, but that was just
you do kind of visualize it before you set out to create it, I guess.
I didn't. No, I wasn't even visualizing it. It was just like, oh, I want to hit that spot because it's gnarly and it will look good on film. So let's do. Don't know.
So it's more of a checklist, isn't it?
Yeah. It was more of like a spot list, like all the spots that I wanted to hit, like all the gnarly things that I wanted to do. So yeah.
And what about like where you skate now? Like where's your local? I mean, I don't know what the scene's like in Birmingham. I've had friends, but never been there myself.
I live about a 5-minute drive, maybe less, 5-minute drive from Creation Skate Park. It used to be epic.
I've heard of Creation. I just didn't realise where it was, but
yeah, it's in like Moseley. I live in Kings Heath, which is like the next area on from Moseley.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not very good basically, but it used to be amazing. And we used to have like the Birmingham scene used to be amazing there. Like every Thursday it was like you'd have like Cy Cox there, John Hubbard, Ty Brissett, all like the old guys, like
yeah.
But that was when I was like 17.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, it was great then. But yeah, they've kind of lost money on it, and they sold it, and then like some rock climbers took half of the warehouse, and it's just got smaller. It's just got smaller and smaller, and then like they don't really look after the ramps, and then like they put a new bit in, but it's like so small. It's like ideal for scooters, but
yeah. Have you skated up north much? I don't know what
Yeah, I've skated Manchester, Sheffield. Yeah, I used to travel a lot. I don't do it so much anymore with life in the way, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've skated places around there.
It's a lot of fun up here. I like it. We had the. Have you been to Alexandra Skate Park in Stockport, the new outdoor one yet?
No.
It's okay. It's got some fun little rails. We went to a comp the other day. Saw Tom Perrigo.
Yeah.
And man, he can shred as well. It was a really good skate park, and I think Burston's trying to sort out a new indoor one because obviously with Bones closing, we're kind of stuck to either Beast, which I'm not a fan of, or Ramp One. I'm quite a fan of Ramp One. I like it. It's a good little park. But I'm kind of part of the Warrington crew because of where I am in Lee. I'm not part of the MCR crew or the Warrington crew. I'm kind of in the middle, but I tend to just skate Warrington most of the time. Or street, like living in Derbyshire where I'm from, there was no street ever. There's no street.
So there was a good down ledge, down some stairs.
In where?
In Derby somewhere.
Yeah, Derby's a great place to skate. They've got a really good skate park outside their bus station. It's a lot of fun. I met a few lads there a few years ago, but I haven't been back since. But I was living in, I don't know if you know Buxton.
No, I don't know.
Which is like the other side of Stockport. So I was not too far away, but still not in Manchester. Now that I'm in Manchester, there's street everywhere. It's great. So I've kind of got back into street now, but
yeah, that's one good thing about Birmingham because it's like it's a big city like Manchester. There is a lot of stuff, and I live 3 miles from the city centre. I work like in the city centre. I see a lot, and I know a lot of spots, and like so the street skating here is great, but like the skate parks aren't great. Like Creation's not good. We've got Unit 360 in Stourbridge, which is all right, I guess, but like. It's not as good as it could be, like the rails and everything. Just a bit weird. There's some kink boxes that look amazing on film, but when you're skating, they're just really weird.
Yeah. So, 11th of August, Brummie Blade Bash. What's that? What is that? Are you hosting that? Is that officially your comp?
I've been toying with the idea of doing a comp for a little while. Like. What I originally wanted to do was a street competition because it just like the name Tru Street Comp. It's just easy, isn't it?
It's got a nice ring to it as well.
True, because it's on the street. It's a true street competition. But because it's the first one we're doing, I thought let's try this out and like dip our toes in the water. And then this skate park is just outside of Birmingham. but it's still got a Birmingham postcode, so that's why I still called it the Rollerblade Bash.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just outside. It's about 25 minutes from my house.
Is it Redditch?
Yeah, Redditch skate park. It's got the best like little grind box in the West Midlands, I reckon.
Yeah, it looks like.
That's really cool. It's got a good spine ramp and mini ramp, and it's got like a big like street course. It's like more towards BMXs really, like the street course. Like I say, street. It's more like a park course.
Yep.
But because I didn't want to do it inside, and I didn't want to do it at like a council, like a council one that like anyone could just turn up. Like this one, there's like a fence around it, and
I did notice. Is it a private park then?
I think it's charity run.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you've had to kind of go to them and ask for permission to host the comp.
I've asked the guys, and they're really like keen. Like we're pretty much all sorted. Like all the guys that have gone on board. Like thanks a lot to all them. Like the Wax, Loco, everyone that's got on board. Like real thank you very much.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to make it like a good like a big thing. So I'm like sorting out everyone that's sponsored should have like stalls there as well.
Yep.
So everyone, you can buy all the stuff from them and that, and like, but I'm like because I just wanted to like dip the toe in the water and see how it goes, because if it goes well, I'd like to do like an annual one, and then maybe do one in the winter at one of the indoor parks, and like who knows, I could be doing 2 or 3 comps a year if it goes well, because I don't mind doing all the organisational side, and I think I'm quite good at that side of things. So
it's also a good way to get the brand out. It's also a good way to kind of share what Tru Apparel is, and if you're going to be having it, stalls in, you've got the opportunity to sell the products as well that you're making then. So there's always that to consider, isn't there?
Like supporting me to have stalls. That's what I want, because they're helping me. I want me to help them.
Yep. By
having an audience right there that they can sell to and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm trying to make it good for everyone, basically.
There's another comp coming up. I don't know how close you are. It's Canvey. Have you heard of Canvey?
Is that park with the red grind boxes?
Yeah, it's a bit far away from me, but that's the 19th of May. So it's like I guess the next comp after the Brummie Jam. I'm gonna try and get down to it. I am gonna try my utmost. I was talking to Matty about coming down and hitting this Brummie Jam. It's 17 days away, 16 days away. So I'm tempted to just get my train ticket now and then I'm done.
Yeah, the Brummie Jam's in August.
Where are we now? May, aren't we? Yeah, May. Oh yeah, so it's before yours then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like the other side of London, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make that. I'm actually seeing some ex-work colleagues, which that's been planned for a little while, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be able to make that comp. But that's another reason why I wanted to do my own comps as well, because I don't get a chance to travel as much anymore.
Yeah.
So when I comp, everyone comes to me.
Yeah.
So I still get to see everyone, but I don't. I'm not, because I'm busy, like mad busy with work all the time. At the moment, I've just started a new job. Like I'm taking on a lot more responsibilities and stuff like that. Like I've kind of like I've made a step up in my career, so I'm quite busy at the moment. So I'm not. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to travel to these competitions and that. So, but I thought that's another reason for me to put this competition on as well.
It's a good middle ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone still gets involved. You still get to see everyone, but you're also, you are doing something for the community, and it's really cool. It's good on you, mate. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit a few more. I'm busy with stuff because I do shoots and that. Sometimes I'm on the week, like working the weekends. Like if a client needs a video, like last Monday I was in the office till like 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Like if a client needs something done for that day, I've got to do it. Otherwise, it's not happening.
So we've got a video announcement on Friday for the new T-shirt.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the new T-shirt? When will the T-shirt be out? The T-shirt will be out on Friday to buy? Friday,
yeah. It'll be out to buy on Friday.
I'm going to try and get one. the economy is not great right now, so if finances play in my favour, then we'll see. But good on you for the t-shirt. I've seen the design. I saw it on Instagram a little while back, and I just didn't think, as much as the Tru Apparel has been around for a little while, it's not something that I knew that much about. And I knew some of your team quite well, and I've been watching them for a long time. But I didn't realise how long you'd been around, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's because I've been at the start. It was real small, man. Like it was just like a small knit group in Southampton, and then like a small like Ben and Mark basically.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to get it bigger and better basically as we go.
So that's the plan for the year then, isn't it? Get the comp out of the way, get the t-shirt out.
More products, more comps, and I'd like to be able to support more comps and support the industry more once we get like building up a bit of steam with the sales. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I was going to try and keep this around an hour, just because of time. Well, obviously you've got your tea cooking, my tea's cooking. So, is there anything else you want to get out there in terms of what you have planned? Have you got any other announcements that you'd quite like? I know that.
I think we've talked about most things. I'd like to invite everyone to come to the competition.
Yeah, when is the comp again? It's the 11th of August.
11th of August, yeah.
And there is a fee to enter, isn't there? I did see earlier that there'll be a fee. Do you know what that will be, or?
Well, we've got to cover the skate park costs, like for the skate park staff and stuff like that, and the maintenance or whatever. So it's gonna be £5 to enter the skate park, right? And then you can skate all day, whatever. But if you want to enter the competition, it's going to be an additional £5.
Okay.
But we're not going to take any of that.
No.
That £5 from everyone that comes for the competition, we're going to put into a pot, and then we're going to give cash prizes to first, second, and third, hopefully, depending on how much money we get in. So
essentially, the more people that come, the more money is up for grabs.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay,
that's how I want to do it. Because I don't want us to make any money from this competition. Like all the money that we're getting in, we're putting straight into the prize money, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that as everyone will, I'm sure that it gets to a point where the brand will manage itself. I'm sure you will. The t-shirt looks sick. Congratulations on it.
Cheers. Big thanks to Jack for doing design. I don't know if he's supposed to be. People at Salt Rock are supposed to know that he's doing this, but keep that like on the down low.
Yeah, well.
I think it's in contract. He's not supposed to do designs for other people. But
yeah. Well, I think that might be something we need to check.
But to be honest, I don't think Salt Rock are going to. I think they're more involved in the surfing, aren't they?
Definitely, so, yeah. Right. Well, is there anyone you want to shout out, Tom? Is there anyone you want to,
Yeah. Thanks to all the team, I guess. Thanks to all the guys that put money in, like Ben Sheldon, Mark Lee, Andy Meakin, and Dan Murphy. They all put money in together for Tru Apparel to run and everything. Thanks to all the team for putting the effort in to get the clips that we need, and thanks to my wife for putting up with me going skating.
Yeah, man, that's cool. So again, the comp's 11th of August. The more people that go, the merrier. Yep. Stay tuned for Friday because you've got the new t-shirt and a promo video for that, which I'm excited to see. I just want to say, if anyone else listening wants to get involved with the podcast, all they have to do is get in touch with me at Blading Culture. We're all over social media now. I've got a few more podcasts coming up. I've got, again, with Ross Jones. I'm excited to chat with him. So, it'll be one of those where we'll just play it by ear now. But thank you very much for coming on. Like Tom, it was an honor to even have the opportunity to talk to you and get the inside scoop. It's good.
Yeah, hopefully we have to meet face to face soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm going to try my utmost to get down to this Brummagem. The only thing that's going to stop me is life. So we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah. Fair enough, mate. And yeah, it's been good. Nice to chat to you.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for coming on. And no doubt I will see you in August and we can finally meet properly, and it'll be good, man. Good luck with everything on Friday.
Cheers, mate.
And good luck with the rest of the year. I'll stay in touch, no doubt, and we'll see how things go. And then maybe later on down the year, when you've got some more plans and things are going good, you can come on and we'll talk about things again, and maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I'm always up for it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Tom.
All right, nice one, mate.
All right,
Thank you.
take care. Okay, see you soon.
See ya.